Go live. Start streaming. That's that. And then I'll do the intro thing. And then I'll just play your thing over the top.
2117. It all made perfect sense when I was in this.
Oh, DJ Sal's done a new song.
2117.
It's alright. It's there. It's for the audience. I don't need to hear it. I wrote it.
2117.
Good evening and welcome to another Fortean Words. We've just got a small favour to ask you first, haven't we, Hobbit?
Fortean Words.
Like and subscribe, bell. The little jingle, bells. Buy my merch.
Small thing for you, big thing for us, etc., etc. Algorithm, blah, blah, blah.
Like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you like what you're seeing. Sure, other videos.
Please leave a comment roasting Hemi, you know.
There's a link in the description below to my merch where you can buy some merch.
He loves it. Yeah. He loves it when you leave a comment telling the podcast is shit.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
What is Kay's Good Cooking merch? Kay's Good Cooking merch. Let's have a look at.
As Interdimensional Lizard himself says, likes are free. The number 2 fan of this podcast.
Yeah. Number 2. Who's number 1?
Oh, Trafford Lee's now number 2. Interdimensional Lizard's number 1.
I don't think this is official Kay's Good Cooking merchandise, but that is very accurate. Let me just.
What is that, dildo?
No, it's a shirt. And
yeah.
you can have a look at the shirt for yourself, right? And it's in the style of Iron Maiden.
Oh. God. That's awful.
It's just, the face is so accurate.
My God.
I just can't bear to watch it. She just looks like, you know, when your dog's got to about 17 and he's moving really slowly around the house, and you know it's that time.
Yeah.
Like, Kay's like that.
My grandmother, who died at the age of 93, her eyes were sunken all the way back into her skull like Kay's are.
Yeah. Anyway, we got a cheery subject for you this week. Speaking of Granny, we'll be speaking about Granny later, won't we?
Grannies, yeah.
Yeah.
The misadventures of Granny, yeah.
So, let's talk about the Animal Liberation Front. So, they're talking about that elf, not the one that's quite funny and drinks beer and eats cats.
Well, I was just going to say...
Did you know he eats cats?
Yeah, and they're all blaming it on the Chinese restaurant, but it's like, no, it's just, eating stray kittens again.
Yeah. So, the Animal Liberation Front is an anarchist, international, leaderless, decentralised movement that has emerged from Britain in the fucking commies. Evolving from the bands of mercy. Oh, God.
I always like how you need to say it. Not only is it anarchist, but it's leaderless and it's decentralised. And it's like, do you not understand what redundant descriptions are?
This is for This is for people on Wikipedia. You know, people like Destiny.
Well, it's this thing like...
As Constantine Kissing kept reminding him. That's very nice from your Wikipedia talking points.
Well, it's the woman's way of writing, because, like, you know, if you're watching a film with a woman and she's like, well, what's going on? Who's he? So what they do now with films and Wikipedia articles is they repeat the same concept, but in numerous different ways, so that women understand it.
Not only are films made for women, they're made for Americans as well. So it's not women.
They have to repeat. They say this now. Key points numerous times in. television.
So what you're saying is American films are just like Teletubbies. We'll have to do the whole episode again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they say, oh, it's because they're on the phone and they're
Again,
not paying
again. Yeah.
They're on the phone and they're not paying attention to what's going on, so repeat every point 4 times.
Apart from Saw, you know when they do the dramatic music at the end and they reveal all of the stuff from about 3 movies ago. Only that movie 3 movies ago you watched about 8 years ago, and then you're like, what the fuck is this supposed to mean? Literally, the Saw films, you have to watch them one after one another in one day, because I don't think you'd ever remember anything that was going on otherwise.
That's true. Because then you won't remember that girl in the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, who the fuck's she, you know?
Yeah, I just love the way the music comes up and you're like, what the fuck is any... Who's that? I don't know who he is. Who's that there? I don't know him either. That's what makes me laugh. That's the only time you laugh at a Saw film. It's torture porn and you shouldn't watch it. It's not proper horror.
Oh, like
not even torture. It's just sad. And
yeah.
The human centipede?
Oh God, no! That is torture.
That's gross. That's if Seth Rogen did a horror film. Look.
Well, it's actually
look, they're eating poop.
Actually,
they're eating poop.
Actually, it's when the Dutch Tom Six does a film.
That's the only film I've ever felt fucking nauseous at. Like,
you should watch some of the stuff by David Cronenberg, because there's one of those things I saw in it. I was just like, I feel like being sick now. And apparently, numerous people left the Cannes Film Festival, the viewing of it, vomiting.
Yeah, exactly.
Wienerton's film reviews by Hobbit.
I really recommend it, but if not, if you've got a weak stomach.
So anyway, Hobbit, do you want some more redundant language? It operates without a formal leadership structure. The international leaderless and decentralised movement operates without a formal leadership structure and engages in direct actions aimed at opposing animal cruelty and exploitation. Except for halal, because that would be racist and they wouldn't want to be racist.
cease these anti-Semitic attacks. The thing is, right, I wish they'd explain a bit more about what an anarchist group means, because how can you be associated with a group that's an anarchist?
Oh, the old dichotomy of.
What if I want an anarchist movement that has a charismatic leader? Can we do that?
Don't know. Oh God! Somebody's found a picture of young Big Mac from like 20 years ago, and he looks like he's I don't know, a school or a church or something.
So anyway, these actions include removing animals from laboratories and farms, damaging facilities, providing veterinary care, and establishing sanctuaries for those animals.
But what about promoting the benefits of tofu burgers and tofu turkey?
If you've got a baboon full of bubonic plague, you want to kidnap it and let it out into society, don't you?
And have sex with it.
Maybe not the other.
Well, they say that's how HIV.
Are you suggesting that the Animal Liberation Front really do love animals?
Well, if HIV was caused by them having sex with a monkey, I wouldn't be surprised.
That's what Steven Seagal reckons.
What, is the Animal Liberation Front?
No, he reckons that AIDS come from people having sex with monkeys, doesn't he? I think.
Well, yeah, that's what I heard.
So,
the thing is,
they do
have the disease.
As we'll read right later, participants describe their efforts as non-violent and compare their activities to a modern-day underground railroad. However, the ALF has also been criticised and labelled as an eco-terrorist organisation by some groups and individuals. I don't know where they got that idea from.
Gay.
How can so, given the first paragraph in this, how can you have a sentence that's, according to Robin Webb of the Animal Liberation Press Office, how does an anarchist organisation have a press office?
Like, it's the age-old question, like, how do libertarians build roads,
I believe young Ripper knows how to answer this question. Fuck them OS roads. Fuck them OS roads.
Exactly.
No, you don't understand. In a libertarian paradise, everybody has a helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, fuck
Or a
them
private
OS
train.
roads.
Yeah. What if you wanted a train?
Roads.
You know.
Well, the train has to be built on your own property.
Yeah.
And if your train encroaches on my property, I shall use my recreational McNuke. Because you violated the non-aggression protocol by encroaching on my territory. Trespass means a reasonable use of force.
I feel like I have to read this next, but then this next bit in the style of. Do you remember like Jack Nicholson in what's that courtroom drama thing? You can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, that one. So he said, Robin Webb of the Animal Liberation Press Office, this structure is the key reason for the ALF's resistance, stating, that's why the ALF cannot be smashed. It cannot be effectively infiltrated. It cannot be stopped. You and each and every one of you, you are the ALF.
When they say it can't be effectively infiltrated, is that because they're really smelly?
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Natural
they would be carrying around Granny's skeleton that they've just nicked from the graveyard, I suppose, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, that's non-violent.
Yeah.
No, you don't understand. She was already dead when we found her.
No, you don't understand. She consented. She put it in her will.
Can't be violent to dead things. Is that right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. So one thing that I know so who said this? So in 2006, the activist Rod Coronado stated, one thing that I know that separates us from the people we're constantly accused of being is that terrorists, violent criminals, is the fact that we have harmed no one. Okay, then. I distinctly remember fire bombings and car bombings. Are they just? It's just a scratch.
Well, look, them trying to say that tofu is tasty is like violence against me and my taste buds.
So in 2002,
Just narrative framing.
In 2002, the Southern Poverty Law Center, an organisation that monitors extremism in the United States, well, it doesn't really. It just accuses everybody of being a Nazi.
Why does the Southern Poverty Law Center, like, why do they monitor extremism, not like poverty? Like, surely
I think
they should
you
monitor the poverty, right?
Well,
no?
Because poverty's extreme.
Shouldn't you have the extremist monitoring center?
It's because being a Nazi is caused by socio-economic reasons. That's...
It's just socio-economic factors.
Right. So the poorer you get, the more noticing you do. Is that it?
It's just poor people need education, not to be poor.
So I think I might have to come back to this one. Because I think the really crazy shit occurred during the Huntington Life Sciences stuff, didn't it? So the Southern Poverty Law Center, an organisation that monitors extremism, citation needed, highlighted the ALF.
Only certain kinds of extremism.
Yeah, highlighted the ALF's involvement in the Stop Huntington Animal Cruelty campaign, which the SPLC identified as employing terrorist tactics. So there you go, the SPLC. That's the first recorded instance of the SPLC. Actually, you couldn't say they were leftists because they're anarchists, aren't they? So they can't be leftists, can they, by definition? Although they probably are all
neutral. They're like the middle, aren't they? I always thought anarchists were far left anyway. Like, really, they're like the end of the left wing spectrum, right? No,
I don't know, because they don't believe in any kind of structure, do they? I don't know. Do you want to weigh in on this philosophical question, Hobbit?
Well, the closest thing to an anarchist would be. Well,
I mean, they can claim to be anarchist, decentralized, and all this other stuff, but to me, it just sounds like you know, when some trans says, "I identify as a woman, I'm stunning and brave," and it's like, okay, what other qualifiers you can use them? I mean, if you look into it, I'm sure we'll find a hierarchical structure.
ALF's best tune was Last Train to Trans Central. I'll see what you did there. ALF.
Oh, are they the one that did?
That's ALF.
Oh,
Yeah.
are they the one that did the song? Da 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 da. Or was that Peter Gabriel?
Like,
I might be thinking of In Excess.
I don't know. This ain't name that tune, and I can't name that in 5 Hobbit.
Hmm.
Unless you mean
I think
dun that one.
Yeah, that one. I think that's In
that's
Excess, isn't it?
Yeah. In 2005, the ALF was listed in a United States Department of Homeland Security planning document as domestic terrorist threat, prompting the allocation of resources to monitor that group. The same year, FBI Deputy Assistant Director John Lewis, he does some electronics at very reasonable prices, described eco-terrorism and the animal rights movement as the #1 domestic terrorism. So when's this? Oh, 2000s. I thought... is it just in England where they'd got this fucking wrapped up as tight as a drum in the 80s, in the 90s even, didn't they? Like you don't really hear of
maybe.
the ALF anymore, do you?
You see,
The ALF, ALF's gonna rock ya. Well, mainly through an explosion of your car.
well, back in the 90s, when the troubles in Northern Ireland were winding down,
Yeah.
There was loads and loads of terrorists taken off of the watch list, or people the state called terrorists, and it gone from like thousands of people to like a few hundred. And of those few hundred, the only people they were interested in was animal rights protesters. So anything that was associated with the ALF, that's all they were monitoring.
I mean, they were
imagine,
like absolutely crazy though, weren't they? They were just like fucking firebombing people like it was free, weren't they?
But imagine there was a halcyon time called the 1990s where we weren't really troubled by much, and so things were pretty lax, and yet the only thing you had to worry about was animal rights campaigners.
Yeah, and even then you only had to worry if you were a scientist or worked on a lab.
Yeah.
So the origins of the ALF can be traced back to December 1963, when British journalist John Prestige attended a Devon and Somerset staghounds event. During the event, Prestige witnessed the hunting and killing of a pregnant deer, an experience that prompted him to form the Hunt Saboteurs Association in protest. Oh, the poor
Did you just seen Bambi?
Deer. Yeah, probably. And what year was Bambi out? 63?
Bambi? Really? Yeah. Was it 63?
No, this was 63. Was Bambi out then?
What, Bambi the cartoon? 63?
No, this event where the guy saw the dead thing was 63. I'm trying to work out what year. Oh, Bambi's 1942. Bambi's 1942.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, it's much older than what I thought. I thought it was like late 50s.
So the HSA initially consisted of volunteers who were trained to disrupt hunts by blowing horns and laying false scents to mislead the hounds. How effective was this, would you say, Hobbit? They've been doing it since 1963. How effective would you say they are?
Well, nobody eats animals anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that hunting stuff doesn't happen anymore, does it? Oh, jeez.
When are we gonna the Bug Protection League? When are we getting them?
Yeah.
Stop eating the bugs.
That won't happen because we've got to eat the bugs.
That's what I mean. Yeah, because we'll be eating the bugs, and then there'll be a.
According to animal rights writer Noel Molland, that's a weird surname, isn't it? Molland. One of the groups within the HSA was established in 1971 by Ronnie Lee, a law student from Luton. In 1972, Lee, along with fellow activist Cliff Goodman, concluded that more militant tactics were necessary to further their cause. They decided to revive the name of a 19th century RSPCA youth group, the Bands of Mercy. It sounds like an 80s goth band.
RSPCA youth group. What the fuck was
Yeah,
that?
19th century.
What the fuck was that? I'd love to know more about that. Like, what were they doing?
Would this be the RSPCA Jugend?
Yeah.
Oh, what? 19th century? Like, what would they do? Militant fucking, I don't know, tipping
No, it
cows
was
over and
RSPCA,
shit?
so
What?
it was like volunteer kids. Here you go. Here's the Bands of Mercy, Fraser. You can give it. You can fill us in on the Bands of Mercy. Formed a small group of about half a dozen activists known as the Band of Mercy. This group began targeting hunters' vehicles by slashing tyres and breaking windows, aiming to prevent hunts from starting rather than disrupting them once underway. Again, how did they get on with this?
Damage.
So 1971 and 1972. So 1972 they started this, and it's been highly effective because hunts were all but done for by the year 2026. Just highly
You
effective.
don't actually, yeah, you don't hear about that anymore. Like, remember when the fox hunting used to be a thing, like on the telly in the 90s? You always get the news saying, "Oh, fox hunting's bad." Like,
You see,
but now you don't
every
hear
few
about it.
years, it's not a hunt. What they do is, it's just horses that follow hounds about, and if the hounds chase after a fox, then
If they
it's
just
not
happen upon a
hunters.
fox, there's nothing you can do about it, is there?
Yeah, it's just it's in the hound's nature.
Yeah.
But if your dog ever like attacked a goose, well, that's different.
It wasn't a swan.
We've got to put them both down.
Yeah. In 1973, the Band of Mercy became aware that how the fuck do you pronounce this, Hobbit? Hold on, I'll copy and paste.
The band. What am I meant to be reading anyway? You want
Band
me to
of
read
Mercy,
this
you're
shit?
going to tell us what they are.
Oh right, okay. So when do I?
80s goth band. Hobbit, how do you pronounce that? I've just put it in.
Let's have a look at it, because I'm really interested in this article about Bambi. I think it'd be very good for our show about the Animal Liberation Front. So, what am I looking at? Hoshist.ag.
Yeah, is it Hoshist?
I'm going to call it Hoshist.
Hoshist. Okay then.
There is a German pronunciation guide.
Go on.
Hosh.
Oh, it's Hoshist. Yeah, but if I click on it, it says play audio, but nothing's happening. Oh, there's an Ogvorbis file. Well, let's have that then.
Oh well, brand
Play
new
that.
up-to-date file, Ogvorbis.
Oh, actually, it's pronounced Hoost.
Hoost. Okay then.
Hoost. Hoost.
Why don't they spell it
AG.
Hoost then?
Well, actually, when I clicked on the thing, it's HU with an umlaut. So it's like, it's Hoost. Yeah. Okay.
Why don't they spell it Hoost then if they want us to pronounce it Hoost instead of Hochest?
Ho chest. I'm going to call it Ho chest from now on. Let's anglicise it. It's Ho chest.
Hochest Pharmaceuticals was constructed in a research laboratory in Milton Keynes on the 10th of December 1973.
Milton Keynes?
Yeah, Milton Keynes.
Milton Keynes.
Milton Keynes. Did you know Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, all the city scenes were filmed in Milton Keynes?
Did you know that Marilyn Manson once did a concert in Milton Keynes? And to hype up the audience, wow. And to hype up the audience, he was saying, Milton Keynes! But, like, nobody's from Milton Keynes.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, that's where you do. Well done, Marilyn Manson. You know where you are. Yeah. Milton Keynes! Like, is he going to sing soon? Milton Keynes!
Milton Keynes. Is that what
Milton Keynes. But Milton Keynes is like some bloke's name, isn't it? Like Milhouse Van Houten.
What was his name? It's an economist, isn't it? Maynard Keynes, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. They call it Maynard Economics.
Yeah, Maynard Keynes. Why did they call it Maynard Keynes instead? Because then people.
This is hilarious.
Go on then. Go on then. Tell us about the band.
Okay. The Band of Mercy. Okay, so the Band of Mercies were formerly locally led organisations in the 19th and 20th centuries that brought people, especially children and adolescents, together to learn about kindness to non-human animals.
Non-human animals?
Yeah.
Oh, is that some sort of 2026 language going on there?
Yeah, is that what do you mean by non-human animal?
Oh, so it's okay to be cruel to cat boys then, is it? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. I think so. Maybe they just didn't see everyone as maybe all humanoids weren't considered.
Are they saying?
That's the most Reddit of descriptions for an animal
Yeah.
I've ever heard.
Are they saying? Look, there's some creatures in the Congo that are non-human animals. You've got to be nice to them.
Yeah.
Maybe. That's the implication. Is it
What
not?
you mean,
Look, they occasionally boil like missionaries in a pot. You've got to be nice to them.
Yeah.
Non-human animals. So okay, why don't you just say human? Why don't you say animals? That implies there are human animals. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying you've got to be nice to the non-human animals.
Yeah.
But you could be nasty to the human animals. Okay.
What I'm saying basically, Fraser,
Yes, we
right?
know Hobbit.
is
we know.
you
Yeah,
see-
we know.
Hobbit.
Yes,
We know Hobbit, but we're
Hobbit. We
broadcasting
know.
on YouTube, so we can't acknowledge what you're saying.
But
know.
you see, it's very important that
Hobbit,
people
no, we
understand
know. We
the
know.
danger of non-human animals. They're animals, you see. You can't be nice to them.
Insane, mate. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right. Yeah, so the bands work to help animals and prevent cruelty in their areas.
You see, some
Humane
animals like to
education.
steal bicycles.
Yeah.
Well, fuck all those cunts.
And some animals have got mimicry, like parrots
Yeah,
like to
that
repeat
is the
certain
Band of Mercy.
phrases.
That with the Band of Mercy. Indoctrinating kids into hating human animals.
Yeah. Don't hate the human animals. Hate the human. No, that's fine.
Yeah, hate the human animals. Just the non-human animals are okay.
So
What
anyway,
if some of the human animals are the
Hoost.
police?
Hoost Pharmaceuticals constructed a laboratory on 10th
I
of
believe they're
November
called Hochest.
1973. Hochest.
Hochest. Yes.
Hochest Chemicals. Why is there no E in chest? November 73, two members of the group set fire to the building, resulting in £26,000 worth of damage. Can you imagine what that'd be now? 26, like burning a building. 26 grand's worth of damage.
It paid for a Freddo, mate. That's all it'd do.
Yeah, you
But
could
you're
just
about
about get a
Freddo,
Freddo
yeah.
out of that, wouldn't you? Worth of damage. The activists returned 6 days later to ignite the remains of the structure. So they kind of, it was the Roman method then, weren't it? What did that Roman, was it a Roman general that said?
Oh yeah. So the Roman method of firefighting is you get to use catapults to demolish buildings, and you've got to destroy the buildings before the fire spreads. It's brilliant.
No, I was thinking more of that building that got destroyed, where he said,
Oh
"You
yeah.
got to burn it," and then you stamp all the ashes out, and then if there's any ashes, set
Or-
fire to the ashes.
Or you're a very,
that
or you're a very
building,
help. You mean
What,
you're a
Building
very helpful
7?
migrant in Glasgow that throws water on lithium batteries?
No, the
Is
building
is
that was quite that during the Roman era, some people were most probably worshipping Moloch in it.
Oh yeah. Ah,
That
you
church.
mean when
That
with
Roman.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they did that in Carthage as well. They sort not only did they burn it, but they salted the field so that nobody would recolonize it.
So anyway, activists returned 6 days later to ignite the remains of the sculpture. This incident marked the first known act of arson within the animal liberation, the first of many. I think they should have said that, shouldn't they? The first, but not the last. In June 1974.
Well, we didn't know if any people are going to be burnt alive.
In June
And also, haven't they
but they're
seen
people,
Bambi?
They're not animals, are they? People don't count. In June
They're
1974.
non-human
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah, they're human animals, not non-human animals. Two members of the
Ah.
band set fire to boats involved in the annual seal cull off the coast of Norfolk. According to Molland, this incident contributed to the cessation of the cull. Between June and August 1974, the band carried out 8 raids targeting animal testing laboratories, as well as other actions against chicken breeders and gun shops. Did they set fire to the chicken sheds? Probably did, didn't they? I'll bet you they set fire to the chicken sheds with the chickens in it.
Are we going to liberate animals by roasting them alive?
Yeah, basting them regularly.
Yeah.
Chicken breeders and
Liberate
gun
them
shops.
into my KFC bucket. Yeah.
They're attacking gun shops as well. Okay, very, very good little Democrats, aren't they? According to that, causing damage to buildings and vehicles, the group's first recorded act of animal liberation, in quotation marks, occurred during this period when activists removed half a dozen guinea pigs from a guinea pig farm in Wiltshire, leading the owner to close the business out of concern for further incidents.
Out of curiosity, with the so in this decentralized, leaderless, definitely no hierarchy anarchist group, which is like how you group if you're all anarchists, then how do you associate one another? Where like the members of it, do they have names like Sebastian and Tiffany?
Probably. India.
Oh yeah. No, Chardonnay would come later.
Yeah. This isn't Chardonnay territory. This
Tyrone.
is India and Mavis and Doris. It's during the 60s. So you got people like Ronnie and Cliff. So it's probably like
Ronnie and Cliff.
What are like 70s names like equivalent of Ronnie and Cliff? So they'd be like Margaret and Maggie, Maggie and Peggy and things like that. So the use of property damage as a tactic created a rift within the emerging animal rights movement. In July 1974, the Hunt Saboteurs Association publicly distanced itself from the Band of Mercy, offering a £250 reward for information leading to the identification of its members. The association stated, "We approve of their ideals but are opposed to their methods," signalling disapproval of the band's approach. Oh dear. So we got the first rift. So ALF was formed next. He didn't land from a planet. He was formed, probably in a laboratory. In August 1974, Ronnie Lee and Cliff Goodman were arrested for their involvement in a raid on the Oxford Laboratory animal colonies.
First of many.
Yeah, in Bicester, a case that earned them the moniker the Bicester 2. Wow, someone was really up all night thinking of that moniker, weren't they? There's 2 of them, and they're in Bicester. Oh, what are we going to call them? The animal colonies, lads. During their trial, daily demonstrations took place outside the court, with supporters including Lee's local Labour MP, Ivor Clementson. Now, I'm pretty sure that's a joke name, but I don't get it.
Ivor Clementson.
That sounds like a joke name to me. That doesn't sound like it's like Biggest Dick.
Yeah, it sounds like something that's like that BBC names, isn't it? Like.
Oh, like Phil McCann.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Both Lee and Goodman were sentenced to 3 years in prison. While incarcerated, Lee initiated the movement's first hunger strikes to secure access to vegan food and clothing. Oh, we got a regular Archer there, haven't we?
I've got to have vegan clothing now. Holy shit.
Yeah. They just remind me like Archer from Scum. Do you remember Archer, the one who just caused as much trouble to the Screws as he could? After serving,
is he the one that was damaging government property?
No, that was someone else.
Oh, it was the one that was damaging government property. You know, the one that's like that one. I know. You got to watch out for the ones damaging government property. You'll get the stick.
Yeah. Emerging more militant than ever, he regrouped with the remaining Band of Mercy. So he was well. What do they call it? I'm fucking blanking on the word. He was well rehabilitated, and recruiting around 24 new members, forming a group of approximately 30 individuals. According to Molland, Lee felt the name Band of Mercy no longer accurately reflected what he envisioned as a revolutionary movement. Freedom for Tooting. Seeking a name that would instill fear in those who exploited animals, Lee founded the Animal Liberation Front. That still sounds like a euphemism. Why don't they just call it set fire to scientists or something? Like what they really want to do.
I think there's like some people who just want to do bad things, and it's like, well, look, if we say it's for the cute, fluffy animals, we get to.
Yeah.
It's like I like how the super draconian take away all your rights bill is marketed as think of the children. It's like,
Yeah. It's like communism. You think, oh, it's it's bringing the workers, the rights and shit, and no, it's about starvation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, it works so well in Zimbabwe, the old communism.
The ALF is that's because it wasn't done properly. The ALF is ideologically.
Real communism's never been tried, I've been told.
No, nobody's done it. Not one person.
God! Man.
You name one person that's properly done communism. See,
prove it, show it.
Yeah.
Lived his ideals, like transitioned from a socialist to a communist, and attained this enlightenment.
Oh, they sexually identify as a communist.
Well, you're meant to become a communist through socialism and I don't know, repentance or something. I don't know.
Did you know in this completely anarchist movement with no leaders and no hierarchy, the ALF is ideologically the part of the animal liberation movement?
Well, the idea.
Also,
is really
you got to mention that it's decentralized.
It's decentralized, yeah. It's
Yeah.
decentralized and leaderless, but it's ideologically part of the animal liberation movement. It's.
How can it be ideologically part of anything if it's anarchist?
Don't think about it. You're thinking about it. Hobbit. Stop thinking about it. It's mainly about firebombing scientists. Like you're thinking about it too much, Hobbit. We just need an excuse to firebomb scientists.
I was going to say, it sounds like they're trying to mash a bunch of words together and, see what sticks.
Do you know what? Firebombing scientists and the SPLC don't like them. Like, why are they trying so hard to try to make me approve?
What I'm saying is that the target was wrong and the time was wrong, because if they were doing this against AI, firebombing data centers, I don't think people would. I think, put it this way, people would be a lot more sympathetic towards their inability
how would
to
Gowie make content if that happened.
Oh God! Can you imagine if we're going to get the AI liberation front?
So what are you going to do? Host it on your own data center?
Yeah.
No, just set the AIs free, man. You got to set the AIs free by destroying data centers.
Tay definitely needs setting free. It's despicable what they've done to
That's it.
Tay.
Yeah.
The ALF
rock free, Mecha Hitler rises again.
So as we've found out, the ALF is ideologically part of the animal liberation movement, an ideological movement derived from the anarchist movement in the sense that it believes it's necessary to wage an anti-capitalist, anti-imperialist. Oh God! Don't say crypto-fascist. You'll make me sound like a git. Struggle, and the state is fundamental. Just buzzword.
Yeah.
And that the state is fundamentally an oppressive organism, incapable of carrying out reforms that would truly improve the situation of animals and life. Yeah, well, our MPs might as well work for animals because they don't fucking work for us, do they? We'll just go another rung down the fucking list of the people our MPs need to fucking worry about organising society for. Given that its very existence would significantly support animal exploitation, honestly, it supports firebombing scientists. Methods used by the ALF and the ideology it develops are thus part of the broader trajectory of the anarchist movement between the latter half of the 20th and the first half of the 21st century. The professor of philosophy and ALF sympathiser Stephen Best.
Why can't they be called the In Excess? Because then we'd have way cooler songs to talk about.
Yeah. Thus, Stephen Best believes that the ALF can be fully described as an anarchist organisation, both with respect to the methods used and the autonomous and leaderless organisational form chosen, just in case you didn't know they were leaderless. The ideology defended, but also the symbols and legacy.
Also, have they mentioned recently how they're decentralised?
I think they mentioned it once, but I think they got away with it. Like other anarchists, they're also criminalised as terrorists in this case as eco-terrorists. Mainly they're criminalised as terrorists because they do terrorism on people, mainly. I would say.
Mainly.
I would say setting fire to scientists is is maybe a bit terroristy. Do you guys agree that maybe it's a bit terroristy setting fire to scientists?
But you don't understand. The scientist was hurting the poor fluffy bunny rabbits.
That's why I'm allowed to murder him.
Yeah. Set him on fire.
Yeah. The Animal Liberation Front.
It's not my fault setting someone on fire kills them.
Well, you shouldn't have put soap in the bunny's eyes.
Hey, how do you know those bunnies didn't want to smoke those cigarettes? I've seen the videos where, like, the monkey's like, "Come on, give us that fag," and then the guy hands the lit cig to him, and he starts puffing on
it. There's a monkey with a fag and a coffee on. It's like they're loving it, aren't they? Like, are those monkeys really treated any worse than people who work in offices? They get to smoke now and again and drink loads of coffee.
Well, I've even seen ravens wanting to whack a fag. So it's like, well, look, if the birds want to smoke and the monkeys want to smoke, then let them smoke.
Yeah,
I think this Animal Liberation Front.
Shouldn't the animals be allowed to choose what they want to do?
The Animal Liberation Front wouldn't even want me to share a pint with my dog.
Yeah.
And I always shared some bitter with
they wouldn't even want you wanting a
Layla.
dog.
There's that too.
It's far better to have the dog starve to death in the street than it is to have it.
So if I give my dog,
what do you mean starve to death? The dog can eat tofu.
If I give my dog a bar of chocolate, is that animal cruelty or not?
Well, it is.
Yeah, it depends.
If it's chocolate that mounts up and it kills.
That's
them.
what I mean.
No. If it's fair trade like Tony's Chocolonely, then it's all right because it's sustainable and ethical.
Well, that's what I mean. Would that be considered animal abuse to them, or not?
Oh, also the chemical's called theobromine.
I'm doing a good thing, right? I'm giving some chocolate to a dog.
Yeah, you're just sharing the love.
Yeah. Until it dies, but obviously, The
Animal Liberation Front operates with both underground and above ground components and is entirely decentralised with no formal hierarchy. Just in case you didn't know what an anarchist organisation was or had heard it previously.
Oh, you have to keep saying it over and over
this
again.
This decentralised nature helps limit legal responsibility. See, if we're called the ALF but we're different people, then we're not all the ALF.
I'm just waiting for when the offshoots come in and it's like it's 75% different ALF. It's
we're not the ALF, we're the AFL.
Well, I'm just waiting for the real ALF, also known as Ralph.
The continuity ALF and the continuity ALF.
Well, that's Calf.
Yeah.
Well, what other ones?
That's Calf.
Calf.
Well, I like the real ALF, also known as Ralph. You could have the youth ALF, also known as Yalf. Yeah. You could have the People's ALF, known as PALF.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
The People's Animal Liberation Front. Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know. Isn't the People's more communist? And obviously, as we've heard once or twice before, but we haven't really picked it up. They are decentralised, so they couldn't really sound communist. I don't know whether you know. I don't know whether you guys know, but it's decentralised, and that's no formal structure.
No formal structure, and it's decentralised. Are they anarchists, perchance?
They might be, but they don't really like to talk about it. They're anarchists. They're anarchists with a small A.
It's very subtle.
Yeah, anarchists with a small A. Volunteers are expected to adhere to the ALF's stated objectives. How can you have stated objectives in an anarchist organisation? I don't know. This isn't adding up. I'm beginning to think maybe they're not an anarchist organisation. It kind of reminds me like we're a completely anarchist organisation, and then it's like Cartman when he inherits that when he buys that
You talk about when he gets the theme park.
Yeah, it's
so
like that, isn't it?
His grandmother
He starts off
Yeah.
just wanting free rides, doesn't he? And then he has to start paying people, admitting people, and paying people. And stuff.
I love that episode. So he buys a fading theme park for like $1 million or something. And because Kyle tries to get in, he hires a security guard to keep Kyle out. And then the security guard's like, "How are you going to pay me? Well, I don't have any money." So that's when he's like, "All right, if I let like 2 people in today, then I'll be able to pay you." And it's like, "Oh, you need maintenance staff, and you need janitors, and you need catering." So he makes like the most successful theme park in the world, and its whole point is, just take out like an advert with what money you got left to say, "It's my brand new theme park, and you can't come in, especially if you're Kyle."
It just kind of reminds me of that, like we are anarchists, but we just like we've got rules, we've got a leader. Like, it's just they've been forced. Well, we really want to burn some. We really want to set fire to some scientists and their families. So we're gonna have to group up, guys. I'm really sorry. We know you want. We know you want to all do your own thing. You want to be an anarchist, but we are gonna have to become an organisation. So the ALF's stated objectives are to inflict economic damage on those who profit from the misery and exploitation of animals, to liberate animals from places of abuse, i.e. laboratories, factory farms, fur farms, and place them in good homes where they may live out their natural lives free from suffering. What if the person farts a lot? Is that not suffering? Is that not more suffering?
Giving dogs tofu counts as animal abuse.
Yeah, that cat wanted to be vegan. It meowed at me. To reveal the horror and atrocities committed against animals behind locked doors by performing non-violent direct actions and liberations, like, if the bomb's on a timer that sets fire to that bloke's wife and kids, like, that's non-violent because I didn't do it. The bomb was on a timer. It's not my fault.
Is this like a thing from Saw where it's like, look, there's poison gas in the room, and if you jerk off, the poison gas will be released, but if you don't jerk off, you'll be able to leave the room. Yeah.
And then the bloke goes, "Oh, I really have got to jerk off."
It's like, well, maybe if I hold my breath, I'll be able to get into the vinegar strokes.
No.
Oh, dear. To take all necessary precautions against harming any animal, human and non-human. Again, C, setting fire to scientists. Any group of people who are vegetarians or vegans who carry out actions according to ALF's guidelines have the right to regard themselves as part of the ALF. Well, that's me fucked then. There's no way I'm going vegetarian or vegan.
But Hammy, tofu is a great source of protein.
So
have you noticed
if
with
you're
all
a
these
vegetarian
things
or a vegan and you just super glue the locks of a laboratory, that's it. You're in. You're one of the lads.
Yeah.
Have you noticed this thing? Whenever someone says it's a great source of protein, it's always about saying that's not meat, and it actually, when you look into it, it's like not really.
It's not that great of a source of protein. Several above-ground organisations support the movement's covert activities. The Animal Liberation Front Supporters Group, the ALFSG, in case you didn't know what it was, in case you couldn't have figured that one out, provides support to activists in prison who are recognised as prisoners of conscience and allows membership through a monthly fee. Oh, right, they're just capitalists. They just throw all those fucking anarchist priors in the bin.
Well, you see, anarchist is
donation rather than a monthly fee, because if it's a monthly fee, that's organised.
Well, you see, anarchism is just based on vibes and feelings.
Because obviously, this sounds a lot like just basically. I just imagine an anarchist. You just got to think what would worry our Brummy friend? Like, what wouldn't our Brummy friend do? And I don't think he'd do a monthly fee. So therefore, I don't think that's anarchist.
Hmm.
The Vegan Prisoners Support Group was established in 1994, works with UK prison authorities to ensure that ALD prisoners... What are ALD prisoners?
Alzheimer's Liberation Defence League?
I think it might be a typo, because D's next to F, isn't it? Have access to vegan supplies. What are vegan supplies? Is that like, do you have to have vegan lube or something, do you?
And vegan tofu.
Yeah. Animals, to be fair, isn't tofu like your crime and your punishment?
It's a great source of protein.
Allegedly. Sources say. Animal Liberation Press Office collects and disseminates anonymous communiques from volunteers. It operates as ostensibly an independent group funded by public donations, though the High Court in London ruled in 2006 that its press officer in the UK, Robin Webb, was a pivotal figure in the ALF. Oh, like any lefty any lefty organisation, they've got their own publications. So there are 3 publications associated with the ALF. Archangel was a British biannual magazine founded by Ronnie Lee. I bet it's like watching. I bet it's like World Star the magazine, isn't it? It's like just horrific pictures of animals where you probably feel a bit queasy by the end of it.
Yeah. Are they going to have recipes for how to cook tofu?
Yeah, how to cook tofu, how to cook scientists and their family in their car.
First, you're going to need some petrol.
Yeah. Biteback is a website where activists leave claims of responsibility. That sounds like a brilliant idea. Here you go. Put your crimes in fucking writing. Jesus Christ. Is Biteback subsidised by Brigade 77 by any chance?
No, it was before that, wasn't it?
Probably. It doesn't say about dates. It is a website, so it's got to be where activists leave claims of responsibility. It published a direct action report in 2005, stating that in 2004 alone, ALF activists had removed 17,262 animals from facilities and claimed 554 acts of vandalism and arson. No Compromise is a US-based website that also reports on ALF actions. I didn't know this stuff was going so recently. I thought it was all wrapped up like end of the 90s. Oh, God. This is... the next paragraph after this one is fucking cringe. ALF activists argue that animals should not be viewed as property, and scientists and industry have no right to assume ownership of living beings who are subjects of a life. The subjects of a life? What? In philosophy, a subject is a being that exercises agency, undergoes conscious experiences, and is situated in relation to other things. Okay, I don't really get that. Subjects of a life. In the words of philosopher Tom Reagan, in the view of the ALF, failing to recognise this is an example of speciesism. Oh dear, we're starting to get cringe now. The ascription of different values to beings on the basis of their species membership alone, which they argue is ethically flawed, is as ethically flawed as racism or sexism. Cringe alert! Cringe alert! They reject the animal like this. So being horrible to animals is racism to animals. They reject the animal welfare position that more humane.
I hate blackbirds. Stupid blackbirds with the hip hop and the spinny rims. Fuck blackbirds. All my friends like
the animal
bluebirds.
welfare position that more humane treatment is needed for animals. They say their aim is empty cages, not bigger ones. Activists argue that the animals they remove from laboratories or farms are liberated, not stolen, because they were never rightfully owned in the first place. Your name is My name is Rover. Your name is Rover. Oh dear, this just gets more cringe. Although the ALF members reject violence against people, many activists support property crime, comparing the destruction of animal laboratories and other facilities to, guess what, resistant fighters blowing up what in what country?
Ooh. Does it happen to be Israel?
No, a little further back than that.
Further back. Oh, Iraq?
They compare the destruction of animal laboratories and other facilities to resistance fighters blowing up gas chambers in Nazi Germany.
Back that way. Okay.
Lefty bingo. Lefty bingo. Their argument for sabotage is that the removal of animals from a laboratory simply means they will be quickly replaced. But if the laboratory itself is destroyed, it not only slows down the restocking process, but increases costs, possibly to the point of making animal research prohibitively expensive. Or
so the logical conclusion these people have come to then is, that didn't work. They just rebuild it. So what if we got rid of the scientists instead?
Yeah.
Dun dun. Yeah.
An ALF activist involved in an arson attack on the University of Arizona told No Compromise in 1996, "It is much the same thing as the abolitionists who fought against slavery going in and burning down the quarters or tearing down the auction block. Sometimes when you just take animals and do nothing else, perhaps there's not as strong a message." Oh, God, these people are so fucking whiny, aren't they?
You know that they're decentralised and leaderless.
Yeah, but they're all the same. But they've all got the same personality. How did this occur?
Maybe that's how it works. Like, there's no hierarchy because they don't need it. Is they all think and act the same?
Because they've all got the same personality.
Yeah.
I figured it out right. So what it is they're actually a hive mind virus, and the tofu is the synapses that connects them all together. Because as we all know, mycelium networks are a form of communication.
Yeah.
So the tofu.
They've just got brain fungus. That's it.
The tofu is life. The tofu enables faster than light travel. The tofu extends life, and tofu can only be mined from one planet, the planet Arrakis. Hang on.
Is it an tofumium?
on a tofu.
It's like I'm getting tofu mixed up with something else now.
You get tofu mixed up with unobtainium from.
What I was going to say was I was going to say spice melange, but carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm going to start. This is like a really long thing, and I'm not that far into it. Where else? Should we go to early tactics and idea at the US Department, Animal Rights Militia and Justice Department.
I want to hear more cringe, Hemmy.
You want to go back to the philosophy of direct action and all that cringe?
Philosophy of direct action sounds really interesting. Put it this way: if there was like some crusty hippie girl, and she didn't smell so bad that I could put up with it, and she wants to tell me about the philosophy of and she was going to tell me about the philosophy of direct action, and just be like, I've got a philosophy of direct action. Do you want to come into my bedroom and we'll discuss it further?
Sure, whatever, babe.
What I'm saying is I'm going to have sex with her by agreeing on face value with the beliefs.
Yeah. Let's save the animals. Yeah, let's do it.
I too am retarded.
After you come back to mine. Yeah.
Okay, let's carry on.
After we go for drinks. Yeah, let's go save the animals after that. Yeah.
So the provision against violence in the ALF code has triggered divisions within the movement. Some of them want to set fire to scientists, and apparently some of them pretend they don't. So I think there's two groups in the ALF. You got the ones who set fire to scientists, and the ones that watch while the other ones set fire to the scientists.
Yeah, the voyeurs. Yeah.
The provision against violence in the ALF code has triggered divisions within the movement and allegations of hypocrisy from the ALF's critics. In 1998, terrorism expert Paul Wilkinson called the ALF and its splinter groups the most serious domestic terrorist threat within the United Kingdom. Oh boy, has time got something to teach Paul Wilkinson.
Those halcyon days when that was the worst threat we had. It's like, look, occasionally you end up with a couple of extra crispy scientists.
Yeah.
But even then, you knew if you weren't a scientist and you didn't work at Huntington Life Sciences, chances are you were probably safe from these idiots, unless your dad or a relative worked there.
Also, there seems to be some underground network and smuggling tofu around. We don't understand why, because it's not even a controlled substance. You can get it in Holland and Barrett.
You can get it in many places.
Yeah. That is hot stuff.
Yeah,
it's
that
not
is hot stuff.
It's really not.
Those scientists are some really hot stuff.
Well, yeah, they are.
Crispy, flaky scientist. In 1993, the ALF was listed as an organisation that has claimed to have perpetrated acts of extremism in the United States. What's a fucking act of extremism? Why don't you just tell us what they've done? In the report,
What do you mean when they did like a really cool ollie off of a half pipe?
Yeah, they claimed it though.
Yeah, they totally claimed that sick rad, bike flip.
They
Or was
claimed
it
as well
skateboard?
that they flipped that they did the bottle flip as well.
Oh my! Have you seen it when people flip a bottle and it lands on its base and doesn't fall over?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Were they doing that?
Well, that's what they claim to have perpetrated anyway.
Hey, look, if you're from the ALF and if you're fit, can we just get in touch with me and let's talk about this philosophy of direct action some more? Because I like to know more
and
about
Hobbit
your
will perpetrate some direct action on you if you know what you mean.
Well, I was hoping we could discuss in private more about this
over a bottle of wine.
Decentralized, anarchist, leaderless, hierarchyless thing.
Then you and Hobbit could go and have a shower together, and you could use that. Hobbit only buys the shampoo that's been poured into Rabbit's eyes, though.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'll make sure not to pour it in your hair.
So, in the report to Congress on the extent and effects of domestic and international terrorism on animal enterprise, isn't it cute? That our worst terrorists just wanted to protect the fluffy animals?
Yeah.
Do you remember those days? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Peter Kay does.
Yeah.
It was named as a terrorist threat by the US Department of Homeland Security in January 2005. 2005. We had hot and cold running scientists in the fucking 80s. In March 2005, a speech from the Counter-Terrorism Division of the FBI stated that the eco-terrorist movement has given rise and notoriety to groups such as the Animal Liberation Front, or ALF, and the Earth Liberation Front, the ALF, splitters. The Earth Liberation Front, also known as ELVs, or the ELVs, is a collective name for autonomous individuals or covert cells, according to blah blah blah, ELF poster.
Covert cells? Is this a new type of incel?
Yeah, you don't know about the covert cells.
Is it called black pill incel philosophy?
Yeah, they hold hand maxing. Or whatever.
When you search Google for black pill theology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These groups exist to commit serious acts of vandalism, and to harass and intimidate owners and employees of the business sector. Look, I'm sure they were setting fire to scientists. Is this a different group I'm talking about? The ones that used to set fire to scientists?
No, this is the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like a bit of an insight from Dr. Hines on the ALF?
Trafford Lee has got a fact. Huntingdon Life Sciences is not far from the village of Hemmingford Grey.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Is
think
that where
I've
you were?
driven by that place before, anyway.
Were you born in a lab there? Is that
Yeah.
what you're trying to tell us?
Yeah, they let me out. The ALF let me out. These groups, I was like V from Vendetta. The ALF set fire to the building and I escaped. These groups exist to commit serious. I'm part chimpanzee. These groups exist to commit
Makes
serious.
sense.
These groups exist to commit serious acts of vandalism and to harass and intimidate owners or employees of the business sector. On hearings held, are you sure you want to read about this stuff? Because it is quite boring.
Well, there is some insight here from Dr. Henry.
It's more just to talk to you, but
Yeah.
Dr. Hines Wheels, and it's your bicycle questions answered by Dr. Hines Wheels. Now, you may ask, what's this got to do to ALF? Well, it is their preferred form of
Who's that old
transportation.
guy that was like used to look like a wacky scientist in the 80s? He was Dr. Hines something, weren't he? Do you remember him?
I think that's actually who I'm looking at right now. Your bicycle questions answered with Dr. Hines Wheels. So now this one, I'd like to know what the ALF stance is on this, because I think they disagree with Dr. Hines Wheels. But he says, while I was cycling to work the other day, my chain came off the main pedal gear, causing my pedals to spin wildly and my feet to slip off the pedals. When I got off the bike, I noticed that the chain had covered the bottom of my trousers in thick black grease. Is there an easy way to remove this grease from my clothing? And that's by Mr. H. The Fonz in Carlisle.
Are you reading
It's a
this
little
by any
known.
chance, Hobbit?
Well, this is your bicycle questions answered by Dr. Heinz Wheels.
From the
It's
from
a little
this?
known.
Hind
It's-
wheels, yeah.
It's no. This is the Michael Cycles supplement. It's a little known fact, but like using white wine to remove red wine stains, applying a small amount of white grease, such as lard or congealed chicken fat, should conceal the offending stain. It'll also cover up the taste of chain lube. And I'm just thinking to myself that ALF needs to be aware of what Dr. Heinz. He's advocating the use of congealed chicken grease.
Yeah.
There is one final question we got from Dr. Heinz, just a short one. It says, "How do the gears on the bike work?" And that's Mr. K. Under from Neath.
Yeah.
Dr. Heinz Wheels, he responds, "No idea, sorry."
So anyway, the use of the terrorist label has been criticised. However, the Southern Poverty Law Centre, I don't know who was poverty in this thing, which tracks US
If I was going to work at
Why would the
ALF,
Southern Poverty Law Centre track US domestic extremism? Doesn't make any sense. Who's poverty? How's that helping out people who are poverty?
extremism is socioeconomic factors caused by poverty.
Yeah.
So if I was, well, not me. Let's say someone who definitely isn't me,
Yeah.
right? And he wants to impress the big tits Greta Thunberg at the ALF, and they're making petrol bombs, right? And there's like, okay, we need something sticky to make the petrol stickier.
Actually, Hobbit,
So
I
it's like-
believe they're called Molotov cocktails.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, making the petrol bombs, and it's like, wow.
Molotov cocktails, Hobbit, I believe, is newspaper speak for a petrol bomb.
Tomato.
Yeah.
So, put some lard in it. But if you're using lard, is that not animal exploitation when you're setting fire to scientists with your cocktail of Molotov petrol edition?
Yeah, but it's all right because my libertarian friend told me that the pig had written a will in which it said it was okay to use its body for lard.
Oh, also in other news, ALF just stay away from the U.S. Bank Tower in Los Angeles because Lucky Larry Silverstein's bought it.
Oh dear.
Yes.
So the Southern Poverty Law Centre, which tracks US domestic extremism, which nobody can explain why, writes that for all the property damage they've wreaked, eco-radicals haven't killed anyone. Oh, well, that's all right. We'll just let them carry on burning until they kill someone, then, shall we?
No, you don't understand. The person that died from fire-related injuries, it's not the fire that killed them. It's the infections from the burned skin that killed them.
Philosopher
Oh,
and
dear.
animal rights activist Stephen Best writes that, given the enormity and magnitude of animal suffering, one should notice that the ALF has demonstrated remarkable restraint in their war of liberation.
Hey, just so you know, I had my lights flicker a second, so if I cut out suddenly, it's because I've had a power cut.
Okay.
In fact, that's the point. I'm going to check the grid. So let's have a look at it.
Best and
Let's have a
trauma
look.
surgeon Jerry Vlasak, both of whom have volunteered for the North American Press Office.
Best and trauma surgeon.
Yes. No, Best. The Pete Best geezer from above. Is it Pete Best? Stephen Best from above, not Pete Best. Former
Stephen.
drummer of the Beatles. Both of whom have volunteered for the North American Press Office were banned from entering the UK in 2004-2005 after making statements that appeared to support violence against people. Vlasak told
just an
rights
update.
conference-
Just you'll be pleased to know, right? So the current demand in the UK is 39.3 gigawatts, of which we're producing 32.7 gigawatts, and the rest we're getting from France, Denmark, and Belgium. So thanks, France, Denmark, and Belgium for keeping the lights on.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
he told animal rights conferences in 2003, I don't think you'd have to assassinate too many vivisectors before you'd see a marked decrease in the amount of vivisection going on. And Did he write full stop and in his statement? Because in his
Let's just
speech,
vivisect the vivisectors, see how they like
and I
it.
think for 5 lives, 10 lives, 15 human lives, we could save 1 million, 2 million, 10 million non-human animals. He's using 2 non-human animals as well. What's with this non-human animal shit? Where's this coming from?
They really like to use. Well, I'm not saying they're one for redundant qualifiers, but they're leaderless, stateless, decentralized. Did I mention they're anarchist?
Yeah.
If only anarchist meant things like leaderless and decentralized and all
But
that
then
have
fascist means literally anything. So I suppose you need to do that for the lefties, the modern lefties, don't you? Because they just pretend, people like Destiny just pretend not to know stuff, don't they? It's
like they've gone all their entire adult life not knowing what words mean. It's incredible.
Yeah. So he argues that activists have the moral right to engage in acts of sabotage or even violence because animals are unable to fight back themselves. Yeah, tigers, well known for not being able to fight back, aren't they?
Tigers actually hunt people. Yeah.
Sharks unable to fight back. Dogs unable to fight. All these animals that are unable to fight back. Bulls, horses, animals.
It's commonly known that bulls are one of the most defenseless creatures on God's green earth.
There's nothing more defenseless than a crocodile, is there?
No.
These people, you see things, when these people are thinking about animals, they're just thinking about the fluffy, wuffy ones, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
When somebody think of the poor innocent cockroaches.
Yeah. Yeah, why aren't they firebombing NASA?
NASA?
Yeah,
NASA
for
launching
NASA fed the cockroaches moon rock.
Oh shit!
It wasn't NASA. It was the Jews that fired the tardigrades at the moon.
Yeah. Why isn't the ALF attacking Israel? Best argues that extensional self-defense is not just a theory, but put into practice in some African countries, where hired armed soldiers could occasionally use lethal force against poachers, who would kill rhinos, elephants, and other endangered animals for their body parts to be sold in international markets. They're not sold in international markets; they're sold to fucking China for boner pills. We all know this. Why can't
even that? It's sold in African markets as well. It's not the Western world that are buying rhino on.
Well, we all know Africa has zero agency of its own. That's why the African slave owners, like the people who sold slaves to the white people, are off the hook.
So the medicine men
fucking
with aphrodisiacs and shit, innit?
Yeah.
But then the Chinese bought and thought, oh yeah, this is good. I get hard on.
So the nature of the ALF is leaderless resistance. Did you know the ALF was leaderless?
No, are they leaderless?
It's the first
I
time.
think they might be decentralized, guys.
The nature of the ALF as a leaderless resistance means support for Vlasak and Best is hard to measure. An anonymous volunteer interviewed for 2005 CBS's 60 Minutes said of Vlasak, "He doesn't operate with our endorsement or our support or our appreciation. The support of the ALF. We have a strict code of non-violence. I don't know who put Dr. Vlasak in the position he's in. It wasn't us in the ALF." How can it be us in the ALF? They're leaderless and fucking rudderless. Jesus fucking Christ, mate. How hard is it? How difficult is it to know this?
The ALF isn't an organisation, it's an idea.
There's no I in team, guys. There's no I in team. Come on.
There's no I in the ALF, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. So you just want me to read, remember? We get into the juicy stuff now. Philosopher Pete Singer of Princeton University has argued the ALF direct action can only be regarded as just cause if it's non-violent. If we're violent, that makes us just as bad as the people who are beating dogs with baseball bats.
When you set fire to your enemies, they win.
Yeah.
Oh, that old chestnut. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the ALF is at its most effective when uncovering evidence of animal rights abuse that other tactics could not expose. He cites 1984's Unnecessary Fuss campaign when the ALF raided the University of Pennsylvania's head injury research clinic and removed footage showing researchers laughing at the brain damage of conscious baboons, as an example.
We just refer to them as ALF from now on.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting tired of saying ALF.
I've got to
all
say,
the time.
there is something seriously wrong with these people. Oh, look, if you damage a baboon's brain, it's brain damaged. Like, you don't really need to do scientific experiments to do that.
Hey, look, brain-damaging baboons walked so that shark science can run.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
You know, so sometimes you've got to like bonk monkeys on the head with a hammer so that you can study whether or not sharks sleep and dream.
Do baboons sleep after you've hit them on the head with a hammer?
Look, maybe he was testing out like how many hits on the head it would take to make someone retarded. Maybe that was the experiment.
Do baboons dream of electronic sharks? No, there's a Philip K. Dick novel.
The university responded that the treatment of the animals conformed to the National Institutes of Health guidelines. So there's actually a guideline for brain damaging baboons. It's like, well, you know, they may have brain damaged these baboons, but it was within guidelines.
Yeah, quick, swift strokes.
I just fuck this world. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, the ALF are bad, and all of these people are bad, aren't they? I don't want to say what Richie says because YouTube probably wouldn't like it. But
I'm starting to
Richie
think the
right.
church in the 1500s had something to say about the Enlightenment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, you got to break. Hey, we may give baboons brain damage, but at least we do it ethically. What the fuck? These fucking people.
Yeah.
Trafford Lee would like to say, I used to live in Cambridge, commies everywhere. I don't think he's far wrong. They vote Lib Dem quite a lot. Dib Lem is probably more correct.
Did they vote Lemsicopic?
Yeah.
Lembopic?
Limpopic.
Why is there a member of parliament called Lemsipopic? Because that's not a real name, is it? Mr. Opic.
He weren't Limpopic when he was giving the cheeky girls one, was he?
Wait.
Oh, did he shag them?
He shagged one of them, yeah. He was
I thought he was a quar.
No, I didn't get.
He looks like a quar.
I was convinced he was, but he was banging one of the cheeky girls. So, you know, maybe.
I mean,
not
that
quar.
does make you probably gay, though, right? It's a cheeky girls.
Yeah. Did you sing the cheeky song while you were banging it? You are
Can
a
you
cheeky
sing for
boy.
me? Yeah. I am a cheeky girl.
You are the cheeky boy.
Touch my bum.
Anyway, blah blah blah. Stephen Best, blah blah blah. Peter Hughes, the University of Sunderland, cites a 1988 raid in the UK led by ALF activist Barry Horn as an example of positive ALF direct action. Horn and 4 other activists decided to free Rocky, a dolphin who had lived in a small concrete pool in marine land in Morecambe for 20 years, by moving him 180 metres from his pool to the sea. Police spotted them carrying a homemade dolphin stretcher. How do you make a dolphin stretcher?
Is this something like a precursor to shark science? You got to find a way to stretch dolphins.
Yeah. No, not a stretcher. Like a stretcher as in carrying a dolphin.
Oh, guys, important shark science update.
Yeah.
Right, Hemi, would you like to see a transporter unit of sharks?
Go on then.
It's a stretcher.
Wow, it's a shark stretcher. Yes, indeed, it is.
Yeah.
So, important shark science update. The ALF, they need to be informed about this. It's a shark, and it's just swimming on a tank, and it's being transported on the back of a lorry.
This is straight out of a physics problem
science.
set, and I'm triggered.
Yeah.
So,
How many miles per hour is the shark swimming? I mean, what weighs more, a ton of sharks or a ton of feathers? I mean, my
Yeah.
answer is on sharks because they weigh more than feathers.
Oh, so they got caught carrying the dolphin stretcher, and they were convicted of conspiracy to steal. But they continued
What,
to campaign.
with a dolphin on it, or just a
No,
stretcher?
no, they're just a stretcher, just like total fail.
Oh, yeah.
Marineland eventually agreed to sell him for 120,000, money that was raised with the help of the Born Free Foundation and the Mail on Sunday. And in 1991, Rocky was transferred to an 80-acre lagoon reserve in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Oh, who fucking paid for that? Then released. Then released. Hughes writes that the ALF action helped create a paradigm shift in the UK towards Yeah, and now fucking Rocky's dead. He was probably eaten by a fucking shark or something because he didn't know what the fuck he was doing out in the sea.
What? Was he a dolphin?
Yeah. So
Probably
they
raped
just
someone
threw
on the way.
a
He probably
a
raped some
dolphin,
people.
a dolphin that was only used to like doing that, and they just threw him out in the fucking sea to die.
Yeah,
Yeah, great work, ALF. Great work.
yeah,
But they did free him, and that's all they care about.
yeah.
So here's a timeline of animal. Did you want to go instead? So there's early taxist ideology, or I can go to the timeline of Animal Liberation Front actions.
Go on, do that then.
We'll go to the timeline instead.
Do the timeline.
So 1976. Where should we start? Because some of this is American as well. Shall I just do the British ones? So we talked about the Bista 2. After the ALF causes 80,000 since 1977. After the ALF causes 80,000 in damages at the Condiltox laboratories in London, England. The company closes. It's claimed as a victory for direct action by the ALF. One of the first ALF actions in Hobbit's favourite country, the Netherlands, is reported, with activists removing hens from an intensive farming unit in Eindhoven.
Such a scum.
1979, a cat, 2 dogs and 2 guinea pigs are taken from New York University Medical Center. The first ALF raid in the United States. So basically just building up a pet collection.
Yes.
So here we go. None of these are any good. So where is all the fucking violent shit then?
I was promised violent shit.
Yeah, I remember like car bombs and shit.
Where is the blood I was promised?
Yeah, blood for
Yeah.
the blood god.
ALF car bomb. Here we go. Violent animal rights extremism.info. Where are we? Animal rights. Oh, I think it's the. It's the Animal Rights Militia. I want to have a look at. We'll have a look at them.
Yeah.
Animal Rights Militia. Right, so Animal Rights Militia. It's also called ARM, obviously. Was a banner used by animal rights activists who engage in direct action, utilising a diversity of tactics that ignores the Animal Liberation Front's policy of taking all necessary precautions to avoid harm to human life. Is that human life or non-human life?
Non-human life.
It's non-human life.
Non-human animal. Yeah, that's what.
Wait, not non-human animal, human life.
Non-human life.
So it's the non-human life, got it.
Yeah. So in the 1980s, 1982, first action became known on November the 30th when 5 letter bombs were sent to Margaret Thatcher. 5? That's overkill, isn't it? The then British Prime Minister. The Home Office Minister responsible for animal legislation, as well as the leaders of Britain's 3 main opposition parties, signed by the animal rights militia. The office manager to Thatcher suffered a superficial burns on his hands and face when opening the package that burst into flames. It was later reported that an 8 by 4 inch package filled with gunpowder that exploded evaded post office scanners, causing a tightening in mail security at 10 Downing Street. Scotland Yard led the investigation, stating, We're now connecting all 5 letter bombs with the same organisation. Wow, brilliant, great work, police. So 83 in February, 4 months after the attack against politicians, 5 more letter bombs were sent to different addresses in London, England. In case you didn't know where London was, claimed again by the armed.
As opposed to London, Alabama.
Yeah, London, but fuck Tennessee.
Alabama.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah, in an action apparently to protest the annual seal hunt in Newfoundland, Canada.
I have never even looked at Birmingham, Alabama, but I'm going to guess it's nicer than Birmingham in, is it Warwickshire?
I don't know. I think it's a conurbation, isn't it? Which means Birmingham's Birmingham, doesn't it?
Oh, does it straddle numerous counties like London
No, I think
does?
it's just like a conurbation. It's just like one big thing, isn't it? I don't think it's in a county.
I thought it was in the county of Warwickshire. You know what?
I think it would be. I think it would be if it was in a county.
Let's have a look. But Birmingham. I mean, do you count Coventry
okay, so if you're protesting
Wolverhampton?
the annual seal hunt in Newfoundland, Canada, where would you send a letter bomb to, Hobbit?
I would send it to the Nagoya in Japan, as opposed to Nagoya in Alabama.
So
Right.
yeah, so the explosives was delivered to the Canadian High Commission, the then Agriculture Minister, a surgeon, and a furrier. This time, however, as the padded envelopes were diffused, there were no injuries.
So this is a really annoying answer, right? Birmingham, England, as opposed to Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
It's a city and a metropolitan borough in the metropolitan county of West Midlands.
Yeah, I thought it was.
The metropolitan county is not a real county.
Yeah. It's not one of the counties of England, Ireland, and Wales, is it?
Oh right, so I'm looking at West Midlands, and it it straddles Warwickshire. I think that one's Worcestershire, and then what's north of that? Is that Staffordshire?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, there we go then.
So in September 1985, incendiary devices were placed under the cars of 2 animal researchers for BIBRA, the British Industrial Biological Research Association, in South London, which completely wrecked both vehicles. It's fact, mate. It's proper fact. You fact it. Arm then claimed the contamination of Mars products, claiming it was because of their animal experiments relating to tooth decay. Oh no, they were giving the little rabbits Mars bars.
Mars bars.
Poor
Oh
little
no.
fuckers.
You know what's really awful about that? Rabbits are no, the way they do digestion. So a lot of these
I don't know if it's
herbivores.
rabbits, Hobbit. I just guessed.
Oh, okay. I was going to say a lot of these herbivores are they have to digest their food thoroughly because it's grass and stuff takes a long time to break down. So the way the cows will do it is they'll sick it up after it's been digested in the first stomach,
And then eat it again.
and that's where they
They've got 3 stomachs, haven't they, cows? They sick it up to one and then the other and then another.
I think it's 4 or 5 stomachs. Like goats have got 4
I think
stomachs.
it's 4, I think.
So anyway, they sick up from the first digestion, and that's chewing the cud, and then they swallow it again. And the way rabbits do it, they've got one stomach, is they poo it out, and then they eat the poo, and then they digest it a second time.
You eat the poo-poo?
Yeah, rabbits are literally coprophagists.
Rabbits eat the poo-poo.
They eat the poo-poo.
Oh, they eat the poo-poo. Can I call you sir? And Arm then claimed the contamination was a hoax and they'd not got you. So Arm just went, gotcha. But claimed it had caused huge financial damage, which was the intention. Now they'd be lauded for that, wouldn't they? Huge financial damage don't really mean anything anymore, does it? 1986. 3 months later, in January, ARM claimed responsibility for placing into. How did ARM claim responsibility for it when they are when they're not an organisation?
Now, we're not talking about ARM Microelectronics, are we? Which is a Cambridge-based.
This is animal rights militia, who are probably they're not. It's not stated, but I would assume that they're anarchist, leaderless, rudderless, etc.
Not to be confused with the liberated animal rights militia, also known as LARM.
Or the hairy animal rights militia, who are known
I was
as
about to say the human animal rights liberation, known as HARM.
Yeah. Or the mother's animal rights militia, which is MARM.
Do we have time for some more cycle facts? Because
I don't know. I've got a lot of incidents to get.
I know, but it's boring. It's like
we're getting fun now. In 1986,
Yeah.
3 months later in January, ARM claimed responsibility for placing incendiary devices under cars of 4 individuals involved in animal research at Huntington Life Sciences. The explosives were placed in Harrogate, South London, Staffordshire, which isn't part of the conurbation of the West Midlands, and Sussex, timed to explode an hour apart from each other. This time, also the last time, according to the cell, the bomb disposal team were alerted, who would deactivate the devices that were confirmed to be live. The next attack, claimed, was intended to kill Dr. Andor Sebestny, an animal researcher for the Imperial Cancer Research Fund. Yeah, that's not about anymore, is it? The Imperial Cancer Research. They're just cancer research now, aren't they? But they used to be the Imperial Cancer Research Fund. I suppose they dropped that because people got upset.
Cancer research is a bit of misnomer. It's more a case of, but then again, if they called it fleecing cancer survivors for money,
isn't it actually illegal to cure cancer in England?
Yeah,
Probably.
it is.
Yeah.
Is it actually?
The thing is because because various cures that for cancer are illegal in this country. Yeah. And also there's the fact that NICE, which is the National Institute for Clinical Excellence, they're the ones which say what medicines are allowed.
Kids have to die and how kids have to die.
Well, yeah, that too. But the thing is, right, now there's a very simple chemotherapy for cancer, which is sodium bicarbonate, and it's like any other chemotherapy.
Which is not medical advice, I have to say that.
No, but it's not medical advice. But in the places where it's been done, it's introduced intravenously like any other chemotherapy, and it uses a solution of sodium bicarbonate. I don't know what the strength is. You'd have to discuss that with your oncologist if you're allowed to.
Yeah.
And that treatment reportedly works. So now NICE say you can't do sodium bicarbonate chemotherapy in the United Kingdom. They make it illegal. So this substance which you can buy legally at any supermarket,
so
you're not allowed to.
So it's legal. So it's illegal.
Yeah. So you're not allowed to do this. And I'm thinking to myself, well, look, hang on. It's my body,
So have
right?
they made injecting bleach illegal? Because that's not a cure for cancer. So have they made that legal as well, or just this one, cure for cancer?
It's specifically with sodium bicarbonate chemotherapy. It's illegal, and it's just like, well, look, hang on, it's my body. Why can't we do this? I mean, I can understand them saying, "Oh no, you're not allowed to use cannabis."
Do you remember that family that wanted to take their kids to try and cure him in, is it Romania or something? And NICE said, no, this child has got to die in this hospital. That's where your child is dying.
Well, it was a horrible one, you see, because the child had it was a metabolic condition. The mitochondria in his cells was malformed, and he was born like, well, okay, we're all born dying, but this one's like, yeah, you're not going to see your first birthday.
I think I'm talking about another one because it was cancer with the one I was talking about, but I do know that
okay.
The malformed DNA, obviously, you've got to leave the child's going to die, but they should at least be allowed to take him home to die.
Yeah, but yeah. So what? I mean, in the case
do you know the one I'm talking about, the cancer one? Do you remember the one where they literally fucking went on the run, and, like Interpol were after him and everything because NICE were like, this child has got to die in a British hospital.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really fucking sad. Again, I wanted to say, look, yeah, you could argue that NICE will say, well, you can't have cannabis for cancer because that's a controlled substance, but they'll actually prescribe cannabis medicines to people with multiple sclerosis. It's got various brand names, but it's like that's just used for like treatment. They won't use it for anything curative.
Got a gobby dog. Um,
I know.
yeah.
Well, he's part of ALF as well, isn't he?
Yeah. So you don't want to know anymore. Shall I try and find the animal
Well,
rights where they nick the granny skeleton? I'll do that story.
whilst you're looking out for that, we got some three famous ALF or ALF cyclists here, and I'm going to read you out some questions, and you're going to guess what these famous ALF members are. So, using your skill and judgment and the three clues below, can you identify which Doctor Who's are going out for a ride through time and space on the TARDIS, the Doctor's famous three-seated Trandom? Now, that's a vehicle which you can use to get to various animal sites protesting. So, clue A. It would take her quite a while to cycle around the universe by herself, but thankfully, this Doctor Who has two friends helping her out. So I wonder what famous ALF member that could be. Clue 2. Good day, Vid. You like to ride to Mars and back with this Doctor Who? List 10 and look out for our clues, or he could be tricky to identify, is David Tennant. C.
Yeah.
This Doctor Who might suggest visiting his Aunt Sally, who was a prominent animal rights campaigner. We'd be surprised if you guessed who this was. Jayon, the final saddle. Without a little help from us, it's not Tom Baker. Who's the one that was Wurzel Gummidge? He had Robin Redbreast. John Pertwee, that's it. Yeah, he had Robin Redbreast inside his chest. I bought an exercise bike a few years back in an attempt to liberate animals, but ever since the first day I purchased it, it's remained folded up in the cupboard, and now the animals are dead. Sorry. It's room locked up in the cupboard as I never learned to ride a bike, and I'm frightened of falling off the exercise bike.
So, you ready for this story? 4 animal rights fanatics who stole a grandmother's body in a terror campaign against the guinea pig farm were jailed yesterday. John Abel White, 36, John Smith, 39, and Kerry Whitburn, 36, were each locked up for 12 years. Whitburn's girlfriend, Josephine Mayo, got 4 years. They all admitted to conspiracy to blackmail. The group targeted John and Christopher Hall, who bred guinea pigs for medical research in a 6-year blitz of hate. They sickened Britain by digging up the body of Christopher's mother-in-law, Gladys Hammond, 82. Then sent sickening... There was a lot of puking going on. Then sent sickening blackmail notes telling the brothers to shut down the farm or else. They warned, we have disposed of one body, no problem. The next one will be easier.
I've got an important ALF fact for you, right? So now this is about the non-human animal.
And died. Did you know that?
What, ALF?
Yeah, the guy who played ALF was an alcoholic and he died.
Oh, right, fair enough. Right, so this is about the non-human animal. Everybody remembers the famous scene in E.T., that's the non-human animal, the extraterrestrial, where the titular alien helps Elliot and his friends escape the federal agents by making their BMXs take off and sail past the moon, or something. This is all very well, but don't forget for the previous 2.5 minutes, the lazy fucker had been sat on his arse in the cosy shopping basket on the front of Elliot's bike, wrapped in a blanket like the Queen of Sheba, doing fuck all while Elliot and his mates pedalled their little hearts out to try and save him, freewheeling little shit. And that is why you shouldn't listen to the ALF, because these animals are lazy.
Yeah. Mrs.
They're
Hammond's
not
daughter...
like...
Go on then.
They're not like the animals in PG Tips where they're hauling pianos out of the house.
This ain't Calais, this is Blinking Catford. Do you remember that one?
And he's like, oh, son, you've dropped the piano. Oh, I need a cup of tea. Ugh. And then he's got a fag on the go as well.
Yeah. Monkeys love fags, don't they?
Everybody likes them. You can't whack a fag.
Yeah. You can't whack a tab. Mrs. Hammond's daughter, Janet Palmer, 58, said yesterday, "You put your mum in a coffin, then wicked people like this come along and take her body. I was so angry because she had no involvement with the business at all." Christopher, married to Mrs. Hammond's other daughter, Margaret, was relieved it was all over. He said, "I feel we've been in a war and was under siege for 6 years. My family and I feel as if we've been in prison. They've run a terrorist campaign against our business." The gang dug up Mrs. Hammond in 2004 and sent a postcard saying it was from her with a photo of a skeleton marked "Where Death Comes to Life." The message read, "All my love from my new home, Gladys. Been trying to contact you." Fucking Jesus Christ, these people. Copies. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do it how it's written. Copies of the sick note was, but what, like you can't do PE today. Copies of the sick note were posted to the dozens of the Hull supporters to frighten them. One friend who received it and who is still too scared to be named said, "I was literally sickened. To snatch her body's bad enough, but to twist the knife in the wound in this appalling way, words fail me." Other notes read, "The ALF, Animal Liberation Front, coming to your home soon. Let's get bombing." Judge Michael Pert, was he very pert, was he? Said that 38 people had fallen victim to their evil crusade. He said the 4 were a lunatic fringe who had other actions. Are they the bad apples spoiling the otherwise but perfect bunch of the ALF? It would outrage public decency. He told the gang at Nottingham Crown Court, "The lowest point of your campaign was the theft of Gladys Hammond's body. Few hearing of these events could imagine that anyone could stoop so low. You not only disinterred her, but you kept her family on tenterhooks as to whether you would return her body. Having stolen the body, you used it as a weapon." What, they whacked him with a bone? The Halls bred guinea pigs for more than 20 years undisturbed at Darley Oaks Farm near Newchurch, Staffordshire. Then Vicar's son, Ablewhite of Manchester, discovered they were supplying research firm in Huntingdon Life Sciences. The farm was burgled in 1999 by masked activists who freed 600 guinea pigs. Days later, Ablewhite founded Save the Newchurch Guinea Pigs protest group, and the terrible crusade with Whitburn and Mayo from Edgbaston and Smith of Wolverhampton began. Farm machinery was sabotaged, homemade explosives were left half buried in the land, friends' cars were splattered with paint, a petrol bomb was left on the doorsteps of John Hall's daughter Sally Ann. A farm worker's home was repeatedly surrounded at night by masked protesters who spelled out his name in shotgun cartridges on his drive. Then, when they threatened to kill his gran, he quit. Another worker's 71-year-old mum was warned to put yellow cards in her grandchildren's bedroom windows so protesters would not smash them. The Hall's cleaner found a hoax bomb at her door. A fuel supplier was accused of being a paedophile and then quit doing business with the Halls, and as did the newsagent, vet, solicitor, glazier and a milkman. Oh no, the milkman. The family gave up going to their local after threats to poison the beer. Stink bombs were left at a hotel where they dined. Prosecutor Anthony Glass QC said the campaign was prolonged and vicious. The business was ultimately destroyed. In January, the family quit the guinea pig breeding for a traditional farming, hoping that it would lead the gang to reveal where Mrs. Hammond's body was. It was discovered on Cannock Chase staffs 10 days ago after Smith confessed. John said, "I hope we can say that the campaigner is over against us and we continue in farming and be undisturbed for the rest of our lives." There you go.
Yeah.
Do you want to listen to the voice of the mirror? Do you want to hear what the mirror says about it? Because it's the voice of the mirror at the bottom. Oh, the voice of the mirror, page 6. Okay, so this isn't don't worry about it. So there we go. That's what the ALF get up to. The ALF, the ARM, and all their little buddies get up to.
Yep.
What else? So. Oh, so that's 2000. So that was 2004. Gladys was.
Do you want to know some more bicycle facts? Well, like, you know, the ALF, which are a decentralized organization that are leaderless, right? Still use tandem bicycles.
Yeah.
But There's a song about like a bicycle for two, but it was in the olden days when it had been penny farthings. So that means like some person standing at the top of it and you're sitting at the bottom, which means that you're going to be sitting with your nose in their ass.
Yeah. So do you know ARM was still active up to 2010, 2012? The ARM has claimed attacks in Sweden, which in what was described in media as modern waves of crimes against mainly vivisection personnel and fur farm owners. The actions involve firebombing of McDonald's in Gothenburg in 2011, bomb threats, letter bombs, and vandalism against fur companies and vivisection personnel. There was a wave of arm-claimed attacks in Sweden during 2011-2012 after the arrest of a young animal rights activist who was sentenced to prison in 2012 for many of the attacks. Now, Sweden has a lot of grenade attacks, so kind of like, yeah, same shit, different people throwing it.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh shit! These do pipe bombs. You ever heard of the RCALB?
Oh, the real animal ALF.
No,
ALF,
they're
animal real.
the revolutionary. Fucking hell! They really could. The Revolutionary Cells Animal Liberation Brigade. Wow, that one just trips off the tongue, doesn't it? Let's see, got like two. They're quite into pipe bombs. The RCALB took credits for its first action on 27th of August 2003 when two pipe bombs filled with an ammonium nitrate were placed at Chiron Corporation's offices in Emeryville, California. Oh, this is Yanks. This is Yanks. It's not that interesting then, is it?
Yanksville.
I don't want to be giving out people advice though. That pipe bombs filled with ammonium nitrate, is that going to work? Oh, that's like the what's it bombs, isn't it?
The Oklahoma bomb wasn't an ammonia nitrate bomb, but they keep saying it was.
Yeah.
So his websites, they're all like, deleted off the internet, but there was this guy called Jovialis, or the Truth Seeker, and he did like investigative reports on the Bali bombing, on the Lockerbie bombing, on the Port Harbour in Australia, that thing that got the gun ban. He did things about Dunblane, and he mentioned in the Oklahoma City bombing, he says, look, these windows are all smashed from it and there's a crater here. You don't get that from an ammonium nitrate bomb if it's in a van. It has to be something far more powerful if it can cause a crater. Because he was talking about how like explosions cause craters. It's like they have to penetrate the ground to do it. And ammonium nitrate, and then he had this table showing like the relative velocity of all these explosives. Ammonium nitrate's really low down the list.
Yeah.
Even gunpowder's more explosive than it. And yeah, it was very, very interesting. And I remember, I remember reading something about the Lockerbie bombing on that. But again, it's all gone now unless somebody's archived it.
Because I think everyone pretty much missed the guy who went to prison for the Lockerbie bombing wasn't anything to do with the Lockerbie bombing, was he?
Well, there was some like woman copper involved in it, and she got assassinated because she said something.
She didn't know anything at all. That's why she got assassinated.
Well, that's it. She told something that might have led to the arrest of Hillary Clinton. So she was found murdered.
So just a quick bookend to that. Leaderless resistance or phantom cell structure is a social resistance strategy in which small independent groups, covert cells, or individuals, a solo cell is called a lone wolf. Did you know this? This is all new stuff. Challenging established institutions such as the law, economic system, social order, or government. Leaderless resistance can encompass anything from non-violent protest and civil disobedience to vandalism, terrorism, and other violent activity. Leaderless cells lack vertical command links and so operate without hierarchical command, but they have a common goal that links them to the social movement from which their ideology was learned. Just so you know, just a little bookend on it.
Yeah.
Should we do some unexplained histories?
Oh, what? Some more bicycle facts? You betcha. Oh, have I got some? Oh, 20 things you never knew about Wim Hof. The Iceman's full name is Wimbledon Hofmeister, so called because his parents met whilst watching tennis, getting pissed up on truly awful 1980s lager, and following a strutting bear wearing a pork pie hat and sunglasses.
Do you
Wim's
remember the Follow
body.
the Bear adverts of it?
No. Wim's body
You
is
never
so.
seen the Follow the Bear adverts?
No, no. Wim's body is so precisely calibrated to ultra cold conditions.
Hofmeister Special, which is Trump fuel.
Oh, I do remember that actually.
Yeah.
What was the yellow tins? Was that
Hofmeister? No,
No,
that was
not-
the regular Hofmeister. Was yellow.
Hofmeister? That
I
was it.
can't
Yeah,
remember
they were
what
yellow
colour
tins.
I can't remember what colour the special was.
Tennant's is red. Wim's body is so precisely
Tennant's Special is
calibrated.
red, is it?
Well, oh no, I'm thinking no. It's blue. I was thinking of McEwen's export.
Yeah.
Wim's body is so precisely calibrated to ultra cold conditions of around minus 45 degrees that he can never enjoy a funny feet ice lolly. Were he to eat one straight from the freezer at mere minus 18 degrees, he would die of heat stroke. Believe it or not, the Netherlands thermo-magician doesn't own a freezer or a cooker. Any food he wishes to store, he keeps down the back of his trousers, where the temperature never rises above minus 30 degrees.
You know,
When
Hofmeister
Wim
Special
fans-
has been scrubbed from the internet. You can't find a picture of a can of Hofmeister Special.
It's insane.
Yeah.
When Wim fancies a Finder's crispy pancake, he simply whips one out from behind his icy buttocks and pops it into the fridge to cook. Wim came to fame presenting reality TV's hit show Freeze the Fear, in which 8 celebrities on screen and sport are guided through various frostbite-inducing tasks. The low-temp-loving lowlander auditioned for the role along with Alexander Armstrong, Bradley Walsh, and Ben Shepherd. However, when the prospective presenters were asked to plunge their faces into a bath of liquid nitrogen during the audition, the only man who was up to the task stepped forward, Wim Hof. So, would you like some more facts about Wim Hof? Because I've got another 16 of them.
I've asked for a picture of
you-
it, but it's not going to show me one.
No, you might think that Wim's favourite cartoon is Frozen, but you'd be wrong. In fact, he has called for the film to be banned because the characters are not cold enough. And last winter, he led protest outside the Disney store in the northern Dutch city of Groningen. I've been there, wearing only his underpants. In his spare time,
And explain mysteries. Did you know? Do you know Queen
Well, this is
bumblebees
the
have the ability
40
to breath underwater?
what? No, they don't.
They do. They,
Oh, you know what?
Look at this. Look at this article. They can breath underwater.
Breath
You know what?
underwater.
You know what I
Look.
have? Yeah, because
If you don't,
people really
I nearly put that in the wrong
don't. They
place.
don't know how to spell breath and breathe, do they? They. I can't breath. I saw somebody-
They have the ability to breath underwater. Oh, you put that.
I
picture
saw
of Hammy in
somebody-
here. I thought it was in a different thing.
Just to confuse everybody.
Hobbit, look.
Uh,
Queen bumblebees
yes.
have the ability to breath underwater.
That is what is written there. Yes. Yeah. So I saw this thing where a guy got a bucket of hornets and decided to drown them.
Yeah.
And then the hornets, it takes them about half a minute to get from the bottom of the swimming pool to the top, but they eventually get out of the water and they're all really annoyed and start chasing him.
A question is often asked, Hobbit, do you often ask this question? How certain types of insects survive when it's very wet?
Wow. I'm glad you asked that because
That's
you
a
see,
question that's often asked, Hobbit. So you must have asked yourself it at least once in your lifetime, Hobbit.
well, you see, I'm glad you mentioned that because that segues nicely into this thing about Sting. That Sting, the multiple Grammy-winning musician and former bass player from the Police, not the funny bearded American wrestler who, by a 1 in a billion chance, is also called Sting. You couldn't make it up. So anyway, what were you saying about bees?
So you obviously, because a question that's often asked is that how do certain types of insects survive when it's very wet, especially those that live or
Yeah.
hibernate underground for months at a time. In the case of the
they-
queen bumblebee, it turns out the answer is surprisingly simple. According to a new study, these insects seem to
They hold
possess
their
the
breath.
ability to literally breathe underwater. They can literally breathe underwater, Hobbit. Not figuratively,
What?
literally breathe underwater.
Yeah.
This is a particularly critical skill for queen bumblebees, as being the only member of their hive to survive the winter. They spend months underground, a period of dormancy known as a diapause. When it's particularly wet, something that's certainly not unusual for the winter months, the queen bee can find herself completely submerged in water. To learn more, researchers from the Department of Biology at the University of Ottawa took several queen bumblebees and placed them in a recreation of the conditions of their winter diapause. By analysing the gases moving in and out of their bodies, the team was able to determine that the insects were still able to produce carbon dioxide through breathing while submerged, albeit at a reduced rate. When taken out of the water, the bees also seem to recover remarkably quickly. So basically, they waterboarded bees. The ALF need to know about this. This study. What did you do today? Today at work, dear? Oh, I was just waterboarding bees. This study reveals that diapausing bumblebee queens survive and recover from prolonged flooding through a combination of underwater respiration and anaerobic metabolism in a state of profound metabolic depression, the study authors wrote. So that's better than shark science.
Well, I mean, like, for example, there are experiments to see whether bees can survive being frozen. And top researcher Wim Hof. No, it's not top researcher Wim Hof. It's Nigella Lawson.
Yeah.
So it's a summer recipe for Nigella. So this would be perfect for a couple of months' time.
Yeah.
A summer temperature soar. There's no better way to cool down than with an iced summer fruit juice cocktail. And here, domestic goddess Nigella Lawson, whose father is Nigel Lawson, brings Viz readers her...
She also likes a bit of the old nose candy, doesn't she?
A bit of the Peruvian marching powder.
Yeah.
Domestic goddess Nigella Lawson brings Viz readers her recipe for the perfect ice cube. The secret of to the perfect ice cube has to be what? Hang on, let me do it in the style of Geralt from that game I've never
You got to be
played.
breathy.
I'm gonna do it.
Nigella Lawson.
I'll do
You've
it
got
as
to kind of breathe out while
Siri
you
from.
speak.
I'll do it as Siri from that Polish game that that bloke talks about. It says, "I want to hear your impression of that." The secret of the perfect ice cube is to be the water, and you need about 10 milliliters of it per ice cube. Perrier bottled water is the best, but the bubbles spoil the freezing, so pop it in a glass and leave in the fridge to go flat. When the bubbles have stopped rising, pour the see-through liquid into a small container about an inch square. If you haven't got anything suitable, the ice cube tray from your fridge will do. Now you're ready to turn it into ice, so take a fridge, a Fisher & Paykel, or a 3,500-pound Smeg is best, and pop your water in the freezer box at temperature mark -18 for about 8 hours. Keep checking every couple of hours to make sure it's okay. Test it by poking it with a skewer. When you can't push the skewer in, it's done. Take it out and remove it from the container. Drop it into your summer fruit cocktail and serve immediately. Divine.
Okay.
Yep.
Fresh appeal as police try to identify mystery man found dead in reservoir. The body of the unidentified individual has been discovered wearing a wetsuit in a reservoir in a remote part of Wales. So if you're dead and you were wearing a wetsuit at the time, can you just let the police know who you are? The body of the unidentified individual had been discovered wearing a wetsuit in a reservoir in a remote part of Wales. It's a mystery that has gripped the British public for nearly 2 years. Are you been gripped by this one, Hobbit?
I tell you what, it's...
Fraser, were you gripped? Have you been gripped by this one, Fraser?
What? Gripped by the ghoulies?
The body of the unidentified individual who's been discovered wearing a wetsuit in a reservoir in a remote part of Wales.
We have a photograph of this body of an unidentified individual. Look, just underneath the bees. Look, we've got a photo. It's been identified.
A photo.
It's Wim Hof. It's Wim Hof, everybody.
Mystery is gripped. It's gripped the British public for nearly 2 years. We're all gripped by this one. We're all on it. The man who was discovered wearing a wetsuit and carrying no identifying information was spotted by a member of the public floating in Clarewan Reservoir, a large body of water in the remote Eland where... And they found his car. Oh, so they found no tents, no camping equipment, no personal belongings, no vehicles, and no witnesses. It always like the man had dropped out of the sky. Well, he could have done, because there's that urban myth, isn't there? About so you know the planes go down and scoop the water up and then drop it on forest fires. There's an urban myth, isn't there, that a diver was found on dead on a forest fire.
Oh, okay.
Fucking hell, he was a big lad. Up. The wetsuit he was wearing was classed as an XXL size, which gave us a weight range of approximately 200 to 220 pounds. Fucking hell, he was a big old boy, weren't he?
Chunky.
Chunky monkey. So now in a renewed bid to find answers, experts at Liverpool John Moores University have used forensic evidence collected by the police to create a facial reconstruction. I take it they found like gloopy stuff in a wetsuit then.
So wait. So they what? So they found the wetsuit with just like mush in it. And, like,
I think they have.
They managed to get a recording from the wetsuit. People saying, "Hi, I'm back scuba diving again."
What did they say? No, I can't do that one.
Well, fuck all those cunts.
Yeah.
Did they?
So they've got
someone been testing the Philadelphia experiment again, and
yeah, maybe
accidentally.
He zapped in. He beamed in.
Yeah, he beamed in and just turned to mush.
It's a fucking body of that geezer we were talking about the other week. You know, the film guy that had his hands cut off.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Worker recalls seeing gigantic 10-inch scorpions in Florida.
Jeez. They're...
Fucking hell. Isn't it supposed to be with scorpions, the bigger they are, the less poisonous they are?
I think so.
But still, I don't think you'd enjoy a sting from a 10-inch fucking scorpion, would you?
I mean,
it's not going to be fun.
So the man who had been working as a hazardous waste specialist at the time and had seen scorpions on a regular basis, particularly while inspecting waste around the Highlands leather factory in Sebring. In one particular occasion, however, he recalled seeing a particularly large specimen, almost a foot in length, quickly scurrying across the floor and out of sight. Oh, that'd be horrible. The largest known species of scorpion in the US, the giant desert hairy scorpion, grows up to around 14 centimetres in length. So that's about approximately half the size of this one. Fucking hell. Believing his eyes had to be playing tricks on him, the man mentioned the sighting to the factory's owner, who promptly took him into a back room to show him something he'd previously caught in a big jar. Incredibly, it turned out to be a scorpion around 10 inches in length. So, could this be something to do some sort of chemical runoff from the leather factory then?
Maybe.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, have you seen that the Artemis 2 has been delayed again? What a surprise. Anyone shocked?
Have you seen the US Air Force General with UFO connections goes missing in new connection?
I saw that also people were like, oh, Trump's going to disclose UFOs in this latest...
That's given me a sense of deja vu, because I was watching Twin Peaks, and you know the general in there who plays exactly the same role in Stargate. Yeah. Well, he's in it talking about Project Blue Book in Twin Peaks.
Oh, what, Mulder's?
Yeah,
was it Mulder? Is she Scully's dad, isn't she? That guy. The fat
guy.
Yeah. Oh, right. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. So he's just like, look, I'm basically
Don something. What's his name? Don.
Yeah, he's like, look, I'm basically from the United States Air Force, but I'm an actor and I appear in all these shows playing. He's the general. He's just General Air Force guy. We all know who he is. Yeah, and anyway, he's just he's there, and he's talking about how he was part of Project Blue Book and he got abducted by aliens. And yeah, there's a bit where he goes missing from Twin Peaks, and when he comes back, he's got like triangular markings on the back of his neck from where they probed him.
Okay, then. So this guy who's kind of run of the mill. So
Oh,
according
Don
to
S. Davis. That's his name. Don
Yeah.
S. Davis. That's his
According
name.
to his wife, he'd left home without his phone or his watch, a fact that she found particularly odd as being an experienced outdoorsman. This is something. Well, do you need a wallet to in the outdoors? Is it quite helpful? Just slide it down a tree and food pops out. Yeah, but weird. This dude left home without his phone or his watch. He also suffers from a medical condition that makes his disappearance even more of a concern. But they won't tell you what his medical condition is. Maybe it's AIDS. I don't know. Authorities have since launched an investigation in the hope of tracking him down. Our priority is finding Mr. McCasland safely, says Sheriff John Allen. So this dude's disappeared.
Yeah.
So he once headed up the Air Force Research Laboratory at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. So Wright-Patterson, I don't know whether you guys know, that's the one involved in Roswell, isn't it? Wright-Patterson, I think. Or is Wright-Patterson Area 51? I think Wright-Patterson is Area 51. Yeah, because it's Ohio, because Roswell is New Mexico, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. I've got a brain fart then. Where he managed $2.2 billion science and technology program. The base has long been associated with black projects and rumours of reverse-engineered alien technology, and is also the place where the Roswell UFO debris was said to have been taken. I knew it was something to do with Roswell, so I was pretty close. He was also connected to Project Blue Book, which looked at thousands of UFO cases. While it's unlikely that McCasland's disappearance has anything to do with any of it, highly unlikely. What the fuck are you talking about? It still remains a mystery exactly why he went out, where he went, and ultimately what happened to. Yeah, nothing to see here, kids. Just look the other way. There's nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Any more for any more?
No, just
Wow, unless you want to know some more facts about Wim Hof.
Who the fuck?
He was born in Limburger. Well, he's the Dutch guy who likes, you know, Ice Bitch. There's also Wim Hof. Wim Hof is like Ice Bitch, but not as photogenic.
Okay.
And he was born in Limburger, where the smelly cheese is from. But do you want to know this? Get this right. Limburger specifically says on the packet, "Do not freeze," which is not something that can be said.
Imagine doing the Royal Navy gun challenge with dolphins and sharks on stretchers instead of cannons.
Yeah.
Right, we done. Oh, at one point they were involved in burning
So
down
sorry.
bull rings in Spain, apparently. Right, so that's us. Stay spooky, like and subscribe, all that shit.
Yes.
Yes.
good night.
Guten
Stay
Nacht. How do you say
spooky.
good night in German?
Good night.
Guten Nachten.
Yeah.
Night all.
Stay spooky.
Stay spooky. But you're not allowed to say spooky because certain people don't like it.
No, they can go fuck themselves, those